A very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Stock Market Podcast by MIndfluential Trading. In this, we'll be discussing about the market performance of the last trading session, which is on Friday. And then we'll be also looking into some of the sectors, and then we'll be looking into the sector-specific stock performance as well. And then we'll be discussing about the market considerations for the Monday's market. What are the levels to watch out for, and what are the global market situations, etc. Then we'll be sharing about our 5 stock picks for the Monday's market. In between, you'll be learning about some of the important trading hacks as well. This is Arun from MIndfluential Trading, and let's get started. So if you look at the market today, first let's understand how the Nifty has performed. So Nifty was a gap down of 150 points. So it was gap down like this. So it was not showing any kind of a bearish momentum. It was a gap down, and it was a kind of a consolidation phase was going on in the Nifty. Then it broke the day high. It broke the day high, and then it quickly went up. And then we saw at least for 2 to 2.5 hours, there was a tight consolidation in a range bound market. And then what happened? So around 2 o'clock, we saw a very big candle, which was almost breaking the day's low, and then closing slightly bearishness. So net it was closed at negative 1.27%. So same thing, if you have to look at it over here. So if you can look at the same over here. So this is how the Nifty has performed. The same thing as discussed. There was a gap down opening, and the support was being constantly given by the previous day low. So the green dotted line which you are seeing is nothing but the previous day low. So once the price is taking support from that level, so it broke the day high and then it went up. But you can see 3 times the rejection, right? That level is nothing but we have a CPR zone, a white CPR zone at that level. That CPR zones will form in the morning itself. So you need not, these levels will not change for the entire day. And then a consolidation, and then a 2 o'clock candle which broke the day slow, and then finally it pulled back and continuation in the downward direction. So in Bank Nifty, how the Bank Nifty happened means, in Bank Nifty, the opening itself is little bit weak. Here, the Bank Nifty opening itself is weak. In Nifty, it was not that much. It was opening gap down, but it was consolidating a bit. But in Bank Nifty, it was opening and then was going down. But from this particular place, as the Nifty was shooting up, the Bank Nifty also tries to go upside. And then same thing, the consolidation phase happened. And the 2 o'clock candle, which took the entire thing away, which broke the day's lows and entire thing away, finally, slightly bearish market. So when you compare both of them together, you will understand that both of them, the selling is pretty evident over here because the FII sellings are being continuously going on from last, I think, more than 7 days. So this was a comparison. So if you check the Nifty over here, so Nifty situation is like this and Bank Nifty situation is like this. And yes, it's pretty volatile market actually, because Bank Nifty the day before was, so this was the Bank Nifty. So the Bank Nifty the day before was pretty well. It was doing in the ending also, it was doing pretty well. But after that, there was a gap down and then continuation in the downward direction. And even if you look at the Europe markets on Friday, even their opening itself is a gap down and then bearishness. So they were also not strong enough to counter our markets. So if you look at the sector performances, we can see that the worst performing sector on the Friday was the banking and then pharma and finance. And yeah, everything was in negative only, but the media did not, it was neutral almost. So apart from Nifty media and Nifty consumer, so rest everything was completely bearish. And even we can have a look at this price and OI data as well over here. So here, some of these sectors, we can have a look at the chart. One of the sector is, so the banking sector, which is Bank Nifty. So you can look at it. This is the situation of the Bank Nifty in 1 hour time frame. The price was taking a support at the same level, which was initially previously it used to be resistance, but now it was acting as a support once, twice, and then now also at the support zone only. And now the ICICI Bank results are out, and which was a pretty good results. So the net profit has increased by almost 59%, and so on year-on-year basis. So it is a very good thing for the banks. It can have a potential to stabilize the banks, But let's see what happens. Maybe because the banking sector has been down mostly due to the HDFC news, etc. But then now ICICI was there to at least give it a break. Let's see, because now even if you see the SGX Nifty, it is almost down by 1% after the market closes on Friday. So then maybe the markets can gap down, opening will definitely be there. But after that, we can see if there could be any stability in the Bank Nifty, and then a covering we can observe. So have a look into Bank Nifty. And then media sector. So CNX Media is selected because so it was the least lost sector on Friday. Only 0.25% was down, and it was also taking support multiple times at the same level, so which is at the current market level. So have a look at this sector as well. Once it breaks maybe this particular level, this particular previous swing levels, and then goes up, then maybe we can look for some of the Nifty media stocks as well. Then we can look into the Nifty energy sector. Why I was picking this particular sector is, so I was observing that Nifty energy, CNX energy was never closed below 50 SMA from all these days, even though there was so much of a bearishness in the market, but it was never went below 50 SMA in 1 hour time frame, which is a pretty good thing actually. Previously it took support at 50 SMA and then again went up, but till date there was no break of that level. That means it is not being affected by so much for the market downward momentum. So let's have a look into these particular things and then watch out for the breakout of these particular levels. This is the high of that level, which it is taking resistance. So once we can have a breakout at these levels, maybe we can look into Nifty energy stocks as well. Market outlook for the Monday's market. So what we can expect from the Monday's market. So for that, first one to check out is our SGX Nifty. The SGX Nifty, if you are watching, when you watched what has happened, so the market was completely bearish because the US markets are down by almost close to 3%, which means Dow Jones is closed by minus 2.82%, and then Nasdaq is also closed by 2.65 minus. So that is why it has also dragged our SGX Nifty, but SGX Nifty was down by approximately 0.96%, which is close to 1%. So, and then the level from which our market has closed is, so this is the level where our market has closed on 22nd April. So after that, it gave a good up move, but suddenly once the US markets has opened at 7 o'clock, it has dragged down the market. So we can definitely expect a gap down market. And of course, we need to see how the SGX Nifty opens around 6:30 in the morning. Maybe I'm not expecting too much of a gap up opening in SGX Nifty also. Maybe it could be slightly bullish. We don't know, but there could be a gap down opening, definitely approximately 0.5 or 1% in Nifty. But what happens after that could be interesting, because if you look at the charts of Nifty, so this is the charts of Nifty, and these are the gray levels or the levels which we marked in the daily time frame as a resistance level, major resistance level, and this one is the major support level. And when you go to the 1 hour time frame, so you can see this orange line, that level, and then this blue level can act as a minor support and resistance levels. And when you go to the Bank Nifty, the same thing. In higher time frames, you can look for these 38,000 and then 35,400 as the major levels. Even those levels are complete for the week. Unless until they are getting broken, we can take those important levels for this entire week, coming week. And these lines are at the minor support levels, which are for the until and unless they are broken, we can have a look at these support levels, because this level, the price is taking multiple times support, and we can have a look at these level as well. Coming to the OI data. So OI data looks interesting because in OI data, if you look at the Nifty OI data, so of course the call sellers are more than the put sellers, but PCR ratio is also less than 1 for the Nifty. But if you see at 18,000 level, the call sellers are maximum, which is almost 108 lakhs of open interest is there. What does it indicate? So it indicates that this level can act as a resistance level. That is okay. But if you look at logically, call sellers are going and selling 18,000 call options. That means they are not thinking that the price will not break 18,000 level. But why they are going away from this current level, which is 17,100 level, presently the Nifty is at, and then they are going all the way to 18,000. They are going all the way to 18,000 and then selling a call option here. So that means they are believing that the markets will recover. So once the market recovers, what can happen? It can recover this much, but it might not be able to cross 18,000 by the end of the coming Thursday. So that is what is expectations, and that too there is a huge expectation from the call sellers. So that is an interesting thing, because they're thinking that, okay, the worst has been over and maybe we're expecting the markets to be bullish. And the same thing happened with the Bank Nifty also. So here also, of course, like overall, if you see, the put sellers are less and call sellers are more. That in general, for looking, we can say that, okay, there are more call sellers, which means the market is bearish, but that is where you need to look into the depth. So where there are call sellers, if the call sellers are at near to the strike price, current market price, then at the money strike price, then we can say that, okay, the market can be bearish. But the call sellers are going away and then selling it heavily. So 36,500, 37,000, and then 37,500, 38,000. So this indicates that, and which is even more than what put sellers are. So that means that they're expecting the markets to go to these ranges, but it might not be able to break those ranges. So that is expectation from the call sellers. So if you understand from this particular perspective, even when the PCR is less than 1, but looking at the OI selling of the call sellers, we can say that the markets can recover in this particular week. And coming to the markets, these are the support and resistances we can look for, and these are the important key OI levels that we can look for in Bank Nifty, and this is for the Nifty. The main level is 18,000 level, and of course 17,500 would also act as a major level of resistance. And yeah, so let's see how the market opens. Maybe it can gap down open and then try to stabilize and then recover. Let's see how it goes. And coming to our 5 stock picks for Monday's market, those 5 stocks pick will be shared on our Instagram page with the chart analysis, complete chart analysis, and that link will be shared on this particular video description. You can check that out as well. And also do comment what do you think are the 2 stocks which can perform well in Monday's market in the intraday session. So you can comment those stocks in this particular YouTube video, so that we'll be picking 2 winners out of them, which of those comment stocks performs well, and those 2 winners will be getting an access to our premium Discord community. The Discord community will look like this, where our team members and then students will be keep sharing their analysis during the live market and even after the market as well. And there's a separate channel for Nifty and Bank Nifty, separate channel for intraday stock analysis, and then swing trading and positional trading analysis also will be shared. And then members will share their trade breakdowns so that people will understand what was happening and when was their strategies are being followed, when was their entry and exits as well. And then we also recognize active traders in our community, so that you can check it out in this particular channel. Along with that, we'll be also keep you updated regarding the important news that's happening even during the market or post the market. So we'll be picking the winners and then we'll be announcing the winners both in Instagram and then YouTube. So you can message us on Instagram and then we'll be sharing the access. These are the updates that we have for you today, and keep learning and keep improving your trading skills. And most importantly, be mindful of what you're doing in the live market, because that is where you will be learning the most. And if you want live market updates, so we have a Telegram channel. You can directly join the Telegram channel, which is open for everybody. And then we'll be posting the live market analysis that we are watching at the market. We'll be posting some of them in the Telegram as well, so you can make best use of it. The link will be pinned over here. All the relevant links will be pinned in the description. And also, thank you so much for watching the video, and please show your support by liking the video so that it will be an encouragement for us to do more. And please do make sure to subscribe the channel to never miss such updates. This is Arun from Mindfluential Trading signing off, and then I'll see you in the next